will arrive as we have at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the New York Jets. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Justin Reed. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's second down. When you talk about this Jets defense, they're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stopped him for no gain.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuffs have put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now throwing on third down, he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
Yeah.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
To throw is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Jets at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Now Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
Conklin's first season in New York saw him match his production from Minnesota almost to the number. And the Jets, they will happily continue to take those numbers as he delivers again with a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Yeah, Liz. Oko, over here.
Back to the ground with Hall. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Throwing is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Rodgers changing the play, it appears.
Get 300.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Rodgers.
Run, kick it.
But that's going to wind up
Gotta get
incomplete.
that, bro.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A good rip by Pacheco. And you have to go back to 1990 with Johnny Johnson with the Cardinals to find a rookie 7th rounder with more rushing yards than he had last season. The 251st pick out of Rutgers took over the KC backfield with 830 yards in 2022.
Takes it to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now here's Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunky yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one.
Yellow.
This 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that was too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I've got a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Finds Lazard quickly on the slam. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right now, you got 58.
Paul on a give up the middle. Sheds off the tackle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run with Hall. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Rodgers wants to change the look. To throw is Rodgers. To throw on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal.
Give me that.
He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver.
Oh,
but
bro.
the big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
In the nigga hands, bro. Stop playing.
Drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were
In the nigga hands, though?
that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Now Isaiah Pacheco going to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
It's all crazy.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal.
Appreciate y'all boy tuning in, man.
Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. And with that last throw, a nice milestone for Patrick Mahomes. He goes over 25,000 yards passing for his career. Well, it seems like his rookie year was not that long ago, but he is steadily climbing that all-time leaderboard and figures to do so for many years to come. This ball deep for Toney. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 3rd down and 1. It looks like they'll move things around here. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Hey, 88. Jump out. 630.
Rodgers going to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And for Aaron Rodgers, he's got a lot of footballs on his mantle from all his accolades, but maybe that's another one he wants to keep. He just went over 60,000 career passing yards, and we already know he's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's accomplished so much. The work is done, but he just continues to put in more work and pass more milestones. Congratulations to Aaron Rodgers. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
They're going to run my man all the way off his route. I bet.
Kadarius Toney is intended
I know we were doing that.
Now it's second down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that'll be
oh, come on, get the ball.
And it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender.
He dropped it.
To force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nigga dropped the ball.
Conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Hardman on the return. And he gets this
Nigga
across
dropped
the
the ball
35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 41-yard punt.
Nigga dropped the ball.
And the Jets will
Stop
take over
playing.
1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They'll start on the ground. Hall. Now the ball comes loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Hey, take 26. Hey, take 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Throwing now is Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And incomplete on the deep ball. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee, as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now Patrick going to change the play. Throwing on first down is Mahomes.
Bro, throw the ball.
Outside of the pocket for a sack, trying to get away, but
nigga won't throw the ball for nothing.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Mahomes now to throw. The pass complete on the crossing route. This is Tony with it.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. That is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
And another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On play action, Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a return of 4 following.
Appreciate y'all boy tuning in to the channel, man. Sub up.
1st and 10.
I here trying to do a little work, man.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
26.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Got him.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive. And he loses the football the second time.
He dropping that? Cool. He dropping that? Cool.
And they will take
he
over
dropping
the
that?
26-yard line.
Let go.
And now before
Let it
the
ride.
changes,
Let it ride.
they're going to take a look at this just to
Let
make
it ride.
sure that they have
Oh,
it
okay.
right.
Oh, he dropping that?
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, here's Rodgers. On the out route, he finds Hardman.
Ooh.
Breaks through the
That's
contact,
okay.
and he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
Don't get that peaked out.
Change in field position there.
Don't
That's
get that
40
peaked
yards
out.
on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rodgers.
Ooh, that boy killed him just then.
And touchdown, New York. Allen Lazard, 33 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle.
Oh, this is
Oh.
That's a live ball.
Oh. Let's do it.
They're going to start out with unbelievable
Let's do
position
it.
on the return. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And there will not
Let's
be a
do it.
return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give right side for Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
In the ghetto. Ooh, in the ghetto.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Bro!
Man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
How is that out of reach and he running now?
Pick up the first there. That clock keeps rolling.
That's crazy, bro.
For them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. 69 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
Wide left. Hey, we're not going.
All again on 2nd down. Shreds the tackle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
88.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Flushed out right. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Wow.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
2nd and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. To throw is Rodgers. Off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sand.
Call it heat, bro.
And that'll bring up 3rd.
That's what they call it. They call it heat, hot pressure. Hot pressure. Quickly.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Hey, 626. Inside.
Now Rodgers.
Oh, no.
And it falls down incomplete.
Oh, no.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Inaudible here to get a new look.
Get 300. Get 300.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
And with the scoreboard against them here in the 4th quarter, this was definitely 4-down territory. Really nice job there finding a way to get open, and a really nice throw. That sets them up with 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Hall. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Ain't nothing with
gain
that.
on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No
Nate,
gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going
Try
at
me.
it. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Try me.
Hey, 88. Look at you.
Ball again. And good work defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
They're
going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Now they'll audible to something else. Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get
in there like that, cuz.
They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. Here's a big one. It's 4th and goal.
26. Jump out.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is caught down for a late touchdown.
What
So
did
hold
just
everything
leave
here.
it
This
like
one's
out,
not
bro?
over yet.
I'm not sure
Oh,
win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1
what
to
is
5
you
play
going
drive,
for
you actually build
two
up
for?
momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Over here. Hey, take 26.
To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one
Well,
was
Tranquil
intercepted.
trying to get him a
Ready
contract.
for the pass, picked it off. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Huh?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Another run on 2nd down.
Bro, hold this nigga.
He'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this
Let go.